What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the second episode of the Front of House Hangout with me, Griff.
Me, Jack.
Me, Aaron.
And me, Dan.
Thanks everyone that listened to the first episode. It's currently doing actually quite well. I think we're on we're nearly at about 50 listens if you combine, 50 total listens if you combine YouTube and all the other sources. It's currently available on every major streaming platform that I'm aware of, and of course YouTube. And thanks to everyone that's given us some feedback. We're going to get into the actual feedback in a bit because we've had some quite funny comments, especially about Jack's audio, which is quite funny to be fair. Yeah. Also, we've started an Instagram account called, it's just FOH_Hangout, and we're currently doing a meet the team. At the moment, we've had me, we've had Aaron, and then Dan should have been out today, but he hasn't actually sent his stuff through yet. So by the time you're watching this, he should be on, and then Jack's will be at the weekend.
Dan's slacking, man.
Yeah, Dan, I've been waiting all day for it.
Yeah, come on, Dan.
He never gets paid anyway.
There's nothing new. One slice of pizza or something.
Anyway, so let's read some of the comments and get everyone's thoughts. So we've had quite a few people, including Dan's girlfriend, say the same thing about Jack's audio, which is he sounds depressed.
I haven't seen any of these comments, but that's great.
That is somewhat
Who
rude.
said that? How many people said that?
Dan's girlfriend plus two other people.
Wow, that's interesting.
And what do you have to say to this, mate?
No comment.
Should we call someone?
No comment.
Also, some other people have actually said the same thing. I think it could be quite hard to do at the moment because of everyone needs to have decent camera, but people have asked if we could do a video version as well. But yeah, I feel that could get a bit.
It's definitely something to look into.
It's definitely something we can look into. It's just it could get quite complicated.
I mean, the internet can't even handle audio. Imagine sending video on it.
No, to be honest. Yeah, no, it probably can't, to be honest. I'm not even going to lie. Because as we know, my internet broke this morning.
Yeah.
It completely broke.
I think we would have to...
your bike's always broke.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Aaron actually went motorbiking this morning and his bike broke on him.
It did.
What was it? Didn't you say you just need to put some oil in it?
No, it was a coil. Basically,
some coil
provides electrics. It decided to not have a good day.
It does sound like probably one of the most important parts of the bike.
I mean, yeah, without it don't work, does it? So,
I mean, the rider's pretty important as well.
The what?
The rider.
Oh yeah, no, the rider's crap anyway, isn't he? So don't worry about him.
Anyway, so the video thing is something we can definitely look into. It's probably just we'll have a think about it and see how easy it would be. But I think with everyone's internet, it could be quite hard, especially Aaron.
This coronavirus, we'd all just get in the same place.
Don't blame me. Blame Virgin.
That would be definitely a lot easier.
It would be, actually.
Anyway, so this week's episode, we're going to be talking about audio. Last week's was mainly lighting, so this week we're going to go speak about some audio, and then we're going to finish off with a nice tier list, just put in different sound desks. So the first topic, what's Aaron?
We quite like tier lists, don't we?
We do like a tier list because it gets us some nice time out the way sorted.
It lasts quite a while.
Especially this one's. This one's is at least 20 minutes.
Easy.
We've basically picked every sound desk under the sun. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about some cheap audio, because all of us are students. So
yeah,
we don't really have that much money to spend on audio gear. So the first thing we're going to go with is an X32 across the whole range, the compact, the full size, the producer, are they worth it?
I mean, yeah, obviously, because everyone buys them, but
yeah,
they are very overrated.
Yeah, I'd say they're worth it. Because I mean, it's got good functionality on it, and it's not breaking the budget, is it? So
for the price,
it's nothing special still.
Yeah.
Well, no, but pay for what you get.
for the price and what it does and the functionality, it's definitely worth it in that sense. But it's definitely not worth it once you go like higher up. Dan, you look like an X32, don't you? What's your opinion?
Well, you say I like an X32. I've never actually used one.
This is true. You're always going on to me about how you like an X32.
Well, I could have sworn the other day I was on about like a good analog console, me.
This is Dan's issue. He likes analog.
I like analog as well. You know, it's a very good starting point. Like, I would much prefer for me and anyone who wants to get into it to start on an analog desk.
Oh, 100% agree. You should start on an analog.
You kind of have to.
Well, yeah, but yeah. But yeah, if you start on digital, just imagine, say, you learn how to use your digital desk. You're at an event, you're loving life. That breaks. Your spare desk is analog. What are you going to do? Like,
yeah, you definitely need to learn analog before you go into a digital.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, an X32 is worth it. Unless you're brand new, then buy an analog desk.
Yeah, definitely agree with that.
Sick one.
And also, they're actually quite cheap at the moment because everyone's trying to get rid of their X32s.
Yeah, but they're not buying wings. I don't think I've ever seen a wing yet. Been out for quite a while now.
I haven't seen one for sale.
That doesn't mean anything. And people don't just buy them and put them straight on sale, but normally by now there'd be a couple for sale, I think.
I think because of when they've come out, and also now is like the first year where they're actually been properly out, and now this has all happened with the industry. It's gone kaput, basically. I don't think many people have bought them.
I don't think many people will buy them either, to be fair.
No.
They're quite
expensive. And they're quite funky, really.
Yeah, it's. We'll see if they do like a Midas version. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Right,
anyway, speaking of Midas, what do we think? Would you rather, for price, only based on price, would you rather an M32 or an X32?
Well, I think the M32 is going to be better to use. The screen's not like flat. You don't have to like stand over it. You can sit down and use it. And
the screen is definitely better.
It does look a lot nicer.
And also it feels more premium.
It's basically the same desk though. If you want the Midas preamps, but you don't want to spend the money, just buy an X32, then a Midas stage box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically like buying a Japanese car versus a German car. It's still a car at the end of the day, but one's a bit nicer feeling than the other.
Or to
make BMW versus Fiat.
Yeah.
To make it into terms that aren't like super boring, it's like buying a Chinese bike compared to like a Japanese bike. Like the Japanese bike is better, but the Chinese bike works.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I mean, Chinese bike works not very often. I need to buy some stuff now as well for my bike. It's quite sad.
I actually got watching the other. I was thinking of you the other day, Aaron. I popped up in my recommended saying I bought a motorbike from Wish, and this is what happened. And I watched it, and the guy actually said it was a decent motorbike.
Oh mate, that's funny. Yeah, no. I can imagine.
Right, next topic. Are Behringer amps any good? Mainly the new ones, not the old Euro Power ones, because they're definitely not good. They're like a million years old. New ones, though, what do you think?
From the Behringer amps that I've used, which isn't many, they seem all right. I've used yours and I've used one other one, and they seem all right.
For some context, the one I've got is a KM 1700. It's quite good for the price. It's a little bit heavy.
What sort of price are they?
I think it's about 170. It's not too bad.
Not bad, to be fair.
And what is it? It's 1700 watts, 8 ohm bridge. It's quite powerful.
It's pretty decent. Dan, what amps have you got? And Dan has left us. Oh, no, here he is.
That is disappeared.
Don't really know. Some cheap Chinese stuff, really.
Nice. That
Still
sums up
experimenting.
Dan.
The cheap Chinese stuff, they're bad, but if you are just starting out, like a student or whatever, and you're doing it, you know you're not going to make that much money on it to start with. Like, you know, don't let people saying cheap Chinese stuff is shit. I mean, it is. But don't, sorry, that was really harsh. Don't, you know, it's a starting point. So,
Yeah, you are definitely right.
I don't know how I'm going with that.
Like, when I did that gig with Dan in the start of the year, I was actually surprised with some of the cheap Chinese stuff that he had and how well it worked.
Yeah, it's surprising what it can do. I mean, that goes for both lights and sound, really. If it does the job you want it to do, then you're sorted.
I think I'd rather have Chinese lights than Chinese sound system.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I don't want a sound system that's gonna like just catch fire.
Yeah.
I've got some pyrotechnics as well.
But it's the
Much
whole
prefer
thing,
my
though, is the whole argument of there with is people at a gig are more likely to complain about bad sound than they are that, like, they can't see the artist in blue when it should be white.
But if people at a gig where using a Chinese sound system, it's unlikely they're going to know what they're on about, really.
Yeah, that's true.
Aaron's disappeared for 5 minutes, so it's just 3 of us for now.
Yeah, sorry. Desperate times.
Desperate times. The other thing is, though, what about the cheap cabs and stuff?
I mean, some of them, like cheap cabs in general, like not just specifically Chinese, look all right, sound all right, but it's
Obviously,
your amps.
I've got my cheap cabs. The subs are like the Behringer 1880 sub is quite good for the price because that's like 150. It's 1600 watts. But I wouldn't say the tops are the best. They're not bad, but if you haven't got a sub with the tops, they do definitely miss out. And these are 15-inch tops.
Yeah. I mean, I was impressed when I heard your system of how good that sub was.
The sub definitely carries the mids and tops though, because the 15-inch driver doesn't really seem to work properly. Well, it does work, but it doesn't seem to do the very low frequencies very well.
Yeah.
I don't think Dan has cheap Chinese cabs, does he?
He's got...
He's got EV.
You got EV, haven't you, Dan?
Yeah, 12-inch EV tops and then a DB sub.
Are they worth it?
Yeah, definitely.
How much did you pay for yours?
Oh gosh, about 500 quid for the tops.
It's not bad. I was actually very impressed with that DB sub.
Yeah, we got that second hand from PMT Nottingham for about 500 quid.
Oh, she got served.
Yeah, eventually.
It's always popping up on Facebook for me, Dan. It's always like, Dan has liked PMT's advert.
Like when we went in there after college.
I know the best bit was when Dan went in with those SM58s and the bloke thought he'd nabbed them.
And you got scammed out of about 20 quid for a 20-metre cable.
Yeah, that is true. But if I'd gone to Toman, it would have been the same price because of the shipping. So it would have all ended up being the same price.
Remember, professional grade though.
Yeah, it even says on it, pro cable. So it's obviously high quality. Anyway, moving on.
I've got another topic to maybe talk about.
Go for it, Jack.
So you've got your digital desk, but do you want to invest in like an S16, say it's an X32, M32 sort of thing? Do you want like an S16 or do you buy like an analog snake because it's cheaper? Like, what would you go for?
Me personally, I'm in the market now for a digital snake. If it wasn't for the fact of this whole Corona thing, I would have bought an S16 by now. But I personally think from using X32s with S16s with the I don't know what it's called, but the the Midas version of the S16, which has 32 inputs. I personally think it's worth it compared to analog, because it's the whole convenience of all you have to do is just plug one Ethercon line from one place to the other. And if you want to do monitor desks, it's also dead easy. It's just another cable out the stage box. But for the price,
Yeah, I completely agree.
They're a bit
But
expensive.
some of the analog snakes are quite expensive when you get up to the 30 metre, 40 metre sort of thing.
But the thing that annoys me is, like, I saw one the other day on eBay. Someone wanted one for like, someone was selling it for like $250 with a case, but then you realise you've got to get a half decent Ethernet cable or an Ethercon cable, and that's going to cost you like £150.
Especially whatever you try and make it yourself, you end up making a mess of it. And
Like what I did.
Yeah, we're going to do about 3 channels at once or something.
Yeah. But
Cool.
I definitely think get digital snake.
I was back, but I don't know if you know what the question was.
I actually have no idea.
The question
Well,
was,
we've got
if
it
you
now
have
anyway.
if you have a digital desk, do you get a digital snake to go with it, or do you get an analog snake to save money?
I mean, what's your budget?
Just say S16, so £400, including a nice cable.
Yeah, I'll take a digital.
I would as well.
Yeah. But obviously, don't spend all your money on a desk and a, like, they don't, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about, the iPad controlled desks? Good or bad?
I had one of these, and I know Dan still does have one. I had the XR18. I really liked it for certain applications, and there was only like one or two. One was band nights, or just or bands, and 2 was like corporate things. Anything else, I tried to run a theatre show on one. Terrible idea. Anything else, buy a proper desk. Dan, what's your opinion?
I mean, they're all right, especially for what I use them for anyway. Just the main issue is we cannot remember any of the login, some like passwords and everything, so we keep on getting locked out.
You got the Soundcraft one, haven't you?
Yeah, Soundcraft UI16.
What's the inbuilt actual router like on that? Because I know on my Behringer one, it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I wouldn't trust it.
Upgrade it, because it does the job for what we need it for, because we don't really do like really large scale events and stuff with it. So we use an analog console at the back, but it does the job for what we need it for anyway.
Yeah.
Can I just say on that as well? If you want to know how to use one and set one up, then head over to Griff Owen, the YouTube channel.
My guy Aaron.
Awesome walkthrough on it.
To be fair, that's like that. I probably get like one comment a week, like from some random person.
Mate,
but the problem that I've got is though.
Really good.
The problem that I've got is loads of people ask me questions like, how do you get the effects working? I'm like, I don't have a clue, because I used to know, but I've sold it and I haven't used it in ages.
I wouldn't trust it for anything important, especially not with just the wireless.
Yeah, that's why I went and bought the X Touch for doing theatre stuff.
Also, you've got no physical controls. You just got to kind of do it on an iPad, and it's just not good.
Yeah. There's definitely, you've got to have some strong trust in them to own one, because else it's not going to go well. Like I used mine many a times where you'd be halfway through something, you just lose all control. But then once you replaced it with a decent router, there was less issues.
Still not the best idea.
No. Anyway, we have our first ever sponsor on the podcast.
Whoa, no way.
This week's sponsor is AL Graphics, and here's Aaron to tell you what AL Graphics is and how to get involved.
what it's all about. All right, so basically, AL Graphics is a company where designs graphics, believe it or not. Can include logos. I mean, it's mainly based at the biking community, which I know like Griff and Jack and that would just like piss themselves laughing at. But like rider graphics and stuff like that. But you know, we do logos, channel art, for example, for the one and only Griff Owen YouTube channel.
Also, AL Graphics have actually done the graphics for this podcast as well.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, don't have a website yet, but check us out on Facebook. And yeah, just drop us a message if you're interested. Cool.
There we are. Check out AL
So-
Graphics. If you're currently listening on the YouTube version, there'll be a link in the description. But if you're not on the YouTube version, you'll have to go to YouTube and check the description if you want to check them out. And they're very good price.
Yeah,
Good deal. Cheap Chinese
Yeah,
graphics.
use code front of house. Solid 20%.
For how much off?
20%.
20% off. There you all are. 20% off.
You heard it here first.
Doing damn
Anyway.
prices.
It is. We do.
Three.
Everyone knows. On our second ever episode, we do love a good tier list. So we're now going to move over to the tier list, which actually I noticed on the actual YouTube version, most of like the most watched area was where people had actually just skipped to the tier list, watched that, and then clicked off.
Only
Hey,
decent bit.
everyone loves a tier list.
So can everyone else see the tier list?
Let me just get it up 1 second. I swapped it out for the Griff Owen YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Why everyone loads this up, remember it's the same as last week. If you want to see us actually drag the pictures about, you can figure it out if you're listening on the audio version, but head over to the Griff Owen YouTube channel and you can see the video version.
Obviously, when we've done it for the audio one, we'll just kind of say the order, because I think we forgot to do that last week.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we didn't say the order at the end.
Cool.
Anyway, so as last week, the top tier is GOAT. Second, amazing. Third, I'll use it if it's there. Fourth, I'll rather not. And the last one is bin.
I like your improvement on the spelling of amazing this time.
It's spelled right this week.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not. It's definitely not like it was wrong about half an hour ago, and I had to tell him to change.
I didn't know.
I messaged Aaron just before this and was like, can you just check that the stream's working so everyone else can see it? He was like, oh, I'm loving the category I'm magging or something like that. And then I was like, oh no, because I just used the same template as last week but changed the photos around.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's go with the first desk. The first desk is, I'm trying to work out what picture it is.
The Yamaha Tf1, isn't it?
That's it. It's a Yamaha Tf1. I've used one of these, like briefly. It was all right.
I think it looks so. I've never used one though. Probably put it in. I'll use it if it's there.
Yeah, I think most of these are going to end up in I'll use it if it's there.
I feel like most of them, because obviously we're students, as far as the stuff we've used is not exactly the broadest, widest range. But you know.
We now move over to
SM57s.
yeah. We now move over to the Yamaha VI1.
Soundcraft VI1.
Sorry, Soundcraft VI1.
I mean, I'd rather not use a Soundcraft. It's not got touchscreens, I don't think.
No, I don't think it has.
It's like two little screens instead of one big one. It's a bit old.
No, is it one big? I'm trying to work out from the
No,
photos.
it's
one
two,
big screen or
like-
too little.
It's two screens with like a encoder bar in the middle.
Oh, I think. What do we say? I'd rather not. I'll use it if it's there.
Well, I guess it's digital, so that's a good point.
Yeah,
I'll use it if it's there, probably, but it'll be near the bottom.
yeah. Next, we are going to the X32 full size.
That's not a full size.
It is the full size because the compact's next to it on the right.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's my bad. I'll use it if it's there.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a first choice.
Then we have the X32 compact.
I'll use it if it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can see where this tier list is going to go.
I think we've got to put in the GOAT. Oh, we have actually.
Is the Yamaha MG20XU mixing desk. It's basically just a cheap, like 20 channel analog Yamaha mixing desk.
They're meant to be quite good, actually.
Dan's like
Yeah.
goat.
Yeah,
analog.
I bet that's what Dan's opinion. I would personally put it in. I'd rather not. But
What is Dan's opinion?
That's a good question. What is Dan's opinion?
What do you think?
It's probably going to be like use it for there, really.
Oh
You
no.
know, you know how to use it, and it's not the best of consoles.
you
but
sure you don't
definitely
want to put
not
it
the
in?
worst.
I'd rather not. So we even out the categories.
Yeah,
we're
we
going to run out of room.
Yeah, go on
I'd
then.
say-
It's not
I'd say-
digital, is it?
There we are. Next is Jack's desk, which I don't actually know the proper name for, but I know Jack owns one.
Behringer DDX 3216. I'm going to put it in rather than not. It's not
Okay.
awful, but it's got so many problems with it that, yeah,
What point are you at in the repair at the moment?
it's working now, basically. But the screens are dodgy, power supplies are dodgy, preamps can go dodgy, the whole thing can go pretty dodgy.
Sounds like a quality desk.
Well, it's Behringer, what
Next.
do you expect?
We have another Behringer product. There's a theme here. The Behringer XR18, which is an iPad desk. Personally, I'm going to put it in. I wouldn't put it in the bin. I'd put it in. I'd rather not.
I'll put it in.
Compared to
rather
everything
not.
else, I'll put it in the bin.
I want like an actual desk. You know what? It evens out.
Yeah, where we putting it? Bin.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
put it in the bin.
It's not
a
saying
decent.
it's a bad product.
It's a decent desk, but compared to the rest,
Yeah.
Well, that's an XR18, but if it was an XR12, it'd definitely be in bin.
oh, 110%. Yeah.
And then
Next
there's that
is.
other one.
I'm trying to work out what this picture actually is.
Alan Heath SQ6.
Yeah, it is. No, it's
Five.
it's SQ5.
I quite
This-
like them, actually. I'd put that in raging.
Yeah, I've heard really. I've never used one, but everyone I've spoke to who's used one likes them.
I mean,
Yeah.
they must be good.
I've never used an Allen and Heath desk, but I've heard good things about them.
Alan Heath desks are quite good.
We have a Soundcraft GB4. The only reason I put this in is because Jack said we need to include some analog, and this is what I learnt on, so I'll just put it on here.
I mean, I've never used it, but I guess I'll use it if it's there.
Yeah, I would personally put it in rather not. Some of the features are a bit dodgy.
Well, it's made by Soundcraft. It's probably not going to turn on.
And also, when you in normal analog desk, when you actually want to try and use it in a different venue, you pick up the desk and move it. You can't with the Soundcraft. You have to take this great big power supply with it.
I think that's very normal on the bigger ones.
So we now move over to Midas
M32.
M32.
I mean, I guess it needs to go in amazing because it's better than an X32. But
Yeah.
it's not as good as an SQ5, but in between.
Then we have the X32 Producer. Personally, I think they should go in the bin.
Yeah, it's a bit pointless
It's basically a compact with all the
with no features.
with all the actual good. The reason you'd buy an X32 features all ripped out. Next, I think this is.
An SD12, isn't it?
I think it's a Digico desk.
Yeah, it is, but Digico SD something, because I can't see the picture.
I do actually have. It's an SD21. Digico S21.
Well, it's going to be in GOAT, surely.
100%. Digico guests are the best. Next, we have. It's a Yamaha desk.
Is it?
Is it?
Sure, it's not PreSonus.
Yeah, it is actually. It's the PreSonus Studio Live 32.
You put it together, you don't even know what half these desks are.
Yeah.
I quite like the look of those PreSonus
Apparently,
desks. Not that one, but the other ones.
Apparently, it's the most bought desk on Toman of 2019.
It's quite cheap though, isn't it?
It's like $1,500.
Stick it in, I'll use it if it's there.
Yeah, I agree there. Next is that desk that Dan's got, the Soundcraft one. Dan, where are we putting
Yeah,
this?
Dan, where do you want to put that?
Put it in the bin.
Yeah,
You sure?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to use, but apart from that,
it looks worse than an
great.
X18.
Another favourite desk of Dan's that's just popped up in the next one is the F32.
It's quite a nice desk.
Oh, Dan just like drools over it, man.
He does.
No, don't.
No, he likes the Venice 320.
There you go.
He does. He
Oh,
loves
yeah.
the Lionel desk.
I'll use it if it's there because I think it's actually not too bad.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
quite like it as well. Next is the Behringer Wing.
I'd rather not,
Yeah, I agree with you there.
especially while it's so new.
The LS9. I would like to put this in the bin.
Yeah,
It's
especially an old one.
absolutely trash. And then this last one is an Allen and Heath Z24.
I'll use it if it's there. It's nothing
Yeah.
special, but it'll do the job.
Basically just the big Allen Heath. Right, let's
Now
go
we've got to
through.
put each one in order.
So GOAT, we only have
There's no
the
competition.
Digico, so don't need to worry. Then on the Amazing, we have the Allen and Heath digital desk, and we have an M32.
That's the right order, I think.
Yeah,
I
It's
agree.
better than the M32.
Definitely. What
Cool.
about I'll use it if it's there?
Right, I'm going to go with...
There's a lot to sort here, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'd probably put...
I'll say analog desks first, as in,
last or first.
but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think the X32 is the right way round, as in the full size is better than the compact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure where you put the VI1
Yeah, I know what you mean.
because it probably is quite good, but
I've used one, it was all right, but I know a lot of people in the industry don't like it because apparently it's got a lot of menus.
it's like an Averlight desk then.
Yeah, I say we put it
Does it need an Ava key?
probably. Do you reckon we put it after the Behringer desks?
Put it in between them.
In between both Behringer desks.
Yeah.
Nice. So we've got the Soundcraft
It's quite
Behringer,
laggy for me, so I can't really see what's happening.
and then I'll use it if it's there sorted now.
It hasn't loaded for me. Yeah, just read it out.
Yeah. It's,
It's the Soundcraft desk,
Yeah.
the full size X32,
Yep.
the Yamaha Tf1,
Yep.
X32 compact,
Yep.
then the PreSonus desk,
Yeah, it's probably about level with the
F32.
X32, so
yeah, then the F32, and then the Allen and Heath Z24.
yeah.
I'd rather not.
I think
You
I'd
reckon
probably put the GB4 first in this, to be fair.
I don't know, because
I wouldn't-
I would
would've put
rather
the
use
wing
a,
first.
okay, GB4 then the wing.
Yeah. And then the other two can be equal.
Yeah, and then the bin.
Um,
The LS9 personally, I want to put right at the front because I have a deep passion of not liking that thing.
so the LS9 will be last.
Yeah, you want right.
Then probably the two iPad ones, then the producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, everyone happy with that?
Yeah.
I agree. Just read it all out because obviously, like in the right order.
So this is the final list of the teal. Aaron's going to play us some nice music.
Don't want me to sing.
Yeah.
You can sing it if you want, Aaron.
Absolutely not.
Right. Anyway, so in the GOAT category, we have the Digico S21.
Sorry, just broke it.
No, I saved it. Then in Amazing, we have the Allen and Heath SQ5, followed by the Midas M32. Then for the I'll use it if it's there category, we have the
Soundcraft
VI1. Then we have the Behringer X32 full size. Then we have the Yamaha Tf1. Then we have the Behringer X32 compact. Then we have the PreSonus Studio Live 32S. Then we have the Midas F32. Then we have the Allen and Heath Z24. Then for the I'd rather not category, we have the Soundcraft GB4, followed by the Behringer Wing, followed by the Yamaha MG20 XU mixing desk, followed by the Jack desk that I don't know the name of.
The DDX 3216, probably broken.
Then for the bin category, we have the XR18, followed by the Soundcraft desk that Dan owns, followed by the X32 producer, followed by the Yamaha LS9.
LS9's like in a skip though compared to the rest of these.
Have you used one before?
No, I don't want to.
They don't make sense.
It doesn't look like it makes sense.
Especially the what they class as their compact, even though it's not called a compact. I think it's called like a mini or something.
That's just for the smaller bins.
Anyway, guys, this is the end of this week's podcast. Hope you have enjoyed. Next week is going to be, I hope, a lot more exciting than this episode because we're going to have our first ever guest.
We're going to have someone who loves crown amplifiers.
We're going to have someone. We're going to be asking him lots of questions like, why does he need a crown amp with no fans for his bedroom?
Yep. Why has he got 100 projectors?
What's so good about a Bosch washing machine?
Oh my god!
Yeah, also,
we've got a
for
washing machine
anyone
expert
listening
on
now,
next week.
if you've got any questions like you're in quarantine, you can't
Showers
get a
with
plumber,
washing machines.
yeah, anything like that, ask Jack George. He'll sort it out for you.
He'll be on next week, hopefully.
Anyway, we hope to have Jack George on, and then the week after, we hope to have an episode which is about church tech, because Dan works in a church, and the guy he works with, we're going to try and get on the podcast. So we hope you have enjoyed today's video. Please do go follow us on the Instagram account, which is FOH_Hangout.
Yeah, you can check out mine and Griff's mugshots. Maybe Dan's if he...
Dan's will definitely be on by when this episode goes out, because after this I'm going to get him to send me the files. And then Jack's will be out Saturday.
That's sick.
If Jack sorts it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, or listening. Go follow us on all the various platforms. We're now on all the major stream platforms. If you watch the first one on YouTube, we're now on like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any big Google Play Store, even though if you've got an Android, why would you have an Android? But you can watch us if you've got, listen to us if you've got an Android. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening. See you later.
See ya.